go too, but
So what does that mean about you?
that means I'm just I mean, we're the coolest. I hate to get like real white girl on you right now,
It's
but
okay. That's basic. That's not the audience, but it's okay.
yes, I assume it's all teenage girls listening to this.
That's right.
I don't. We work hard, and that's all I got for you. You know what I mean? But that's all. I mean,
What did you just look down at your grind hard T-shirt and be like, "Yes, this is my sign."
I went to Google real quick. What do they do? What do they do? What do they do?
You weren't prepared for an astrology question, were you?
Yeah, he busted me.
That's
but
right.
no, so yeah, I'm on August 30th. So I'm turning up. That's why I didn't have a show this month. I want to take a break, and I also wanted to turn up.
Yeah, because it's been nonstop. I mean,
Yeah.
I poke fun of the T-shirt, but you were obviously working out in. I mean, you
yeah.
are killing it, my dude.
Yeah,
With
it's
so many different products on the internet, so many different videos that you guys are producing.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's outside of the actual comedy shows that you're hosting itself.
facts, baby. Well, you got to keep it popping, baby. And millennials, Buck, like if once they predict what you're doing, it's over.
Yeah.
I mean, you're no longer interested. So I'm paranoid of that. And also, I was broke for so long. I'm traumatized by poverty. So I'm like, I will never go back. So I got to keep going, man.
No, I think that's such a real thing because I'm in here complaining about having to make my own coffee this morning, and Lucas is shaming me.
It's horrible.
When I used to go to the YMCA downtown just because they had free coffee, and I was too broke to go and get my own coffee.
Yeah.
That's where we came from. So we were just
Yeah.
having that conversation.
Didn't even have a membership to the Y. Just
No,
snuck in,
God, no. I'm just walking in with all of the rest of the homeless people in the morning
taking showers.
just trying to get a cup, man. Trying to
That's
get a cup of
beautiful.
Joe for the day.
That's beautiful.
Oh, okay. So what has been the lowest of the desperation for Josh Black? Now that we're sitting on top of everything.
Wow. Well, I was at I once went into a Walmart with no money, but I had on a collar shirt.
Yeah.
To throw them off, and I went to the deli.
To throw them off.
I throw them off. You know what I mean? Because you throw a collar shirt on, you feel classy. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I go to the deli. I say, let me get 4 tenders. Let me get some fries with that, and then I'm gonna do the mac and cheese. He gives me all that, and then I go and I start picking out groceries and putting it in my buggy as I eat my food. So if you see me, you just think, oh, that guy is he's a little hungry, but he's buying groceries. He's a nice man. I eat my food, and then I leave the buggy and I get up out of there. So all the kids watching, you know what I mean? If you get hungry, man, I got you, man. Just go into Walmart, fill your buggy up, look like you, but dress nice.
Yes.
You got to wear camouflage.
Yeah, like this guy checks out.
Oh yeah.
This guy.
Oh, yeah.
What did he scare you? What
I
happened?
don't, yeah, like the God mic. I forgot about who is God here? Sorry, God.
Yeah.
He's like, by the way, God, he found out. So anyway, yeah.
Well, and apparently he's checking your DMs at the gates, but we won't get into that.
Oh my God,
Or
no,
not
please.
The drafts anyway.
Please, I was forewarned.
Lucas.
Please.
The DMs are out there. The DMs, the drafts, like you didn't hit send. It's okay.
Oh,
You can
that's
get bailed
right.
out by the drafts.
That's right. Yeah, the drafts, I'm good. I think I'll get to heaven. It depends, man. It's gonna be a wild fall though. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, listen, we all have some work to do in that department, and certainly I don't think we're going to improve our standing in the next hour or change today.
Assalamu alaikum.
So
Peace, my brother.
that's right. So the nature of the show on the 22nd, obviously
Yes.
there's a ramp up. We've got some time. We got a month until then.
Oh, yeah.
But what is the theme? What is the objective with this particular show? Because every show has had a theme so far.
Every show is different. So I have 4 themes. I hit you with the Josh Black and Friends. Boom. That was just me and my friends going up there, turning up, and mostly me doing a lot of time. And then I hit you with the roast battle. Boom. The 5-on-5. Then we did the all-black show, the all-women show.
Yep.
And then we're going to start from the top. So now we're going back to Josh Black and Friends.
Okay.
That's another reason why I had to take a month off to start writing some more. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I gave you 25 minutes, and I know in 3 months you're like, okay, he's going to have another 25. And I'm like, oh, okay.
And it can't sound at all exactly the same. What is the process of writing a joke? Because we think, Lucas and I think we're funny. We are not funny. Like we're funny by the standard of our profession, which is just a bunch of middle-aged white dudes in front of a microphone.
Y'all got a little something.
Man, just barely.
Yeah, that stage is a beast.
That's what I'm saying. Like you get up there and it's
Yeah.
a totally different ball game. I do 3 hours of this. I couldn't do 25 minutes of that.
Yeah, it's brutal because you'll write 5 minutes and it'll be fire, and then you'll get on stage and only 2 work. So then you have to tweak that, and then you'll find out, oh, wow, one of those minutes was offensive to gays. You're like, oh, now I got to ditch that. Then the other half was offensive to blacks. You're like, now I got to ditch that. So now you got to retweak it. And it takes a while, and that's why a lot of comedians get canceled because they're working on stuff, and the crowd don't know you're working on it. They just think that's how you feel. You know what I mean? So a lot of people get up out of here. That's why you got to know what you're doing. You got to move smooth, and it helps if you look good. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You got to be, if you're sexy, sometimes they be like, man, that was offensive, but man, I'd have sex with him. Yeah, so I'm gonna let him slide. But you do that too much, man. They're like, you know what? I'm not gonna have sex with that man. I'm gonna cancel him.
So, listen, it's a fine line. It's a fine line. 615-737-1045.
That man's got 3 chins. Cancel him.
What? This
No,
man's obese.
But that seems to be the one place in society that is protected where we can all come together and make fun of fat people.
Yeah.
That still seems to be like,
well,
at least
men.
Fat men.
Easy. You know what? Get him out of here. I want butt cancel right now. But no, fat men can get it. They can get it. Ugly men can probably get it.
Yeah.
You know, as long as they're not like nice.
Oh,
Like a nice ugly man.
Like kind and gentle.
Yeah,
and,
you can't. Nah. But if he's like Scrooge McDuck or something, then it's like, okay, we can get him out of here. But so I mean, writing jokes is tough, man. But it just takes so much time. It takes a year to get an hour if you work hard as hell.
A year to get an hour.
Yeah.
Which is insane. So
Yeah.
like, when is I guess when you first set about like writing jokes, when you first figured out, okay, this is what I'm going to do for a living. This is how I'm going to get out of the Walmart trying to, just fake with the buggy and the groceries and all these things.
Yep.
How long was your first writing session? Like how many drafts did you throw away?
Well,
how many jokes were you just like, nah, this isn't it?
I'm the guy. I get the brush in the house and then just look in the mirror and do all my antics in the mirror.
Okay.
I don't really write it down. I just kind of feel it, and then you go out there and I just do that. And the first one was decent. And then when you first start comedy, you think you're funnier than you are.
Sure.
So you think you're murdering. And then you hear your stuff 4 months later, like, that was horrible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of a feel. I don't know. Sometimes you'll hit a gold strike, and you go maybe 2 weeks of just writing all gold. Then a week of nothing, 2 weeks of nothing, a month of nothing. Then sometimes you'll get comfortable. I got a mean-ass 10 minutes, and you don't want to keep writing because it's like, so that 10 minutes is so tight, I want to just keep working on that. You feel so confident. You don't want to go to that 11th minute and you're bombing. Like, oh, actually, I suck. You know what I mean? I'm not that guy. I just got a good 10. So it's tough, but it's fun. Because once it works, it's like, got him.
Have you ever had a moment? Josh Black here with us on 104.5 The Zone.
Get it.
His show at Zany's September the 22nd. Are tickets available now?
Yeah.
Go buy them.
Go get them.
Let's sell this man out. We need a 6th
That's it.
straight sellout.
Jordan, that's what we're going
For Josh Black.
Yeah.
Listen, we're coming for all of the things.
We need it, baby.
I feel invested in your success now.
Oh,
so
yes.
A win
for sure.
you feels like a win for
You're
us.
a part of it. And we're going to have merch and art for sale this time. We're going
fact,
for it.
In fact, you can go check out some of the artwork.
SirJoshuaBlack.com/art. Come on, man.
Okay, so how'd you get into painting? Because you are a man. You are a learned man. You are a man of many talents.
That's it, man. I'm a Renaissance man. I did a art video just because a lot of my friends are artists and they paint and they're great. And then the Frisch liked it and they brought me in. We did a little collaboration video for the Frisch. That was great. And I've been wanting to do something since then, but I couldn't figure it out. And then one day I just woke up literally and was like, I think I could do like collage. This is where you like take books or magazines and you just cut and you paste and you glue. And I made my first piece and it sold within 24 hours. And I said, I think I'm doing this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. And it wasn't cheap. So I'm like, oh, actually, I think I could really do this.
So with this particular piece that you've got now, I assume this is a print of a much larger version.
Yes, well, kind of. That particular original is 11 by 17.
Okay, so we're doing an audio bit for the radio audience, but you can watch this on Zone TV, YouTube, Facebook Live,
Keep it out.
Twitter, and Twitch. What is this called?
That is called Spaghetti.
Okay.
You'll see a black woman, reminds me of my grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a lot of cans of soup, and I'm also a big fan of Warhol.
Okay.
So there's cans of spaghetti, there's cans of tomatoes on it, and it's on this orange kind of background, reminds me of like a pasta or spaghetti, and there you go.
And so why in particular? Like, what was the inspiration? Just because your grandmother had soup?
Well, it reminded me of my grandma's house. I almost called it Grandmama's house.
Okay.
But I just saw the tomatoes, and I don't know. I just took the images, and they just spoke to me, man. And I put them there, and I asked some artists of mine and some gallery owners that I know, and they said, dude, I love that. I said, boom. Because sometimes you'll do something, I'm like, I think I got to do this. And they said, it's done. Don't do anything else. And that was it.
SirJoshuaBlack.com is where you can check out all of the great work.
Get it, baby.
That our buddy is doing.
So we got originals for sale. Well, that original's gone now. Let me tell you a story real quick. And then
Okay.
So I get it's my first piece of art, right? And my car was screwed up. And so I'm going to my manager's office, and I say, because the woman said, I want to buy it from you. I'm like, oh, God. I called my mom and said, Mom, somebody bought my art. She's like, freaking artist. I said, Mom, I'm an artist. Respect my grind. She didn't respect me. Hung up on her out of respect. So I hung up. So I got my original, and it's in like this plastic bag, and you tape the top. So I go in the Lyft driver. I go into the Lyft. He takes me to my manager's office. I get in the elevator, realize there's nothing in the plastic. It's gone.
Yeah.
The original's gone. The lady's on the way to get it. So I go back outside. I realize the Lyft has it. I call him. I say, bro, I lost my thing in your car. He said, okay, I'll be there in 1 minute. He barely speaks English, but he said, I'll be there in 1 minute. He thought he was talking to his next Lyft ride.
Okay.
So he picks up him, and now he's going off to like the airport.
Oh, so he's just on the move.
So now the person that's buying it is like outside waiting. I'm like, hold on, I'm in the bathroom. I had, COVID in the stomach or something. I got an STD. Just hold on, I got to clear up my STD. And so now she's waiting on me. She's like, what's going on? I'm like, God. So I have to. Anyway, long story short, my manager's assistant spoke Spanish. She brought him back in. No damage, and we got it done.
How scary was that? Like, what was the actual period of time, and how long did it feel like?
Probably took an hour and 10 to get it back, and I was literally screaming at the top of my lungs. Why? God can't be real. Then I'm like, I started talking like a Trump supporter. I'm like, you don't speak the language? I'm like, why you don't speak the
Yelling at the Lyft driver, man.
Why is he in this country? Build the wall. I'm like, oh, God, I'm losing all my morals. I'm losing everything. But everything worked out, and I said, you know what, okay, put the wall back down. I don't want no wall here. That guy's a good man. And he drove all the way back for free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I would have said, screw you, dude. What is this? So now I'm panicking because I'm thinking somebody huge, some fat, ugly dude that's not nice is going to just sit on the arc.
Because those are the only kind of people that we can attack at this point.
Of course, that's it. So I'm going to choose him. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I left it on the ground. Is he stepping on it? Are they sitting? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just so frail.
Did somebody put the luggage on it?
Oh, that's
a whole thing.
a backpack. So anyway, it came back, and I was like, okay, maybe God's real. Or
Yeah.
Allah, somebody's up there. You know what I mean?
So, whomever.
Whoever's up there, thank you.
Thank you for
Anyway,
your time.
that's my little soliloquy about my first stressful art thing, but it got it. So now that the original's gone, it's sold. We have 8x10 prints for So It's What I Got You and Lucas.
Yep.
The 16x20, which is a little bigger. And then I just did a new one called What Comes Next. And that's fire. The original still for sale. SirJoshuaBlack.com/art.
Check it out. Joshua Black here with us on 104.5 The Zone. His comedy show at Zany, September the 22nd.
Yeah.
Tickets available now. So from the standpoint of what you were talking about earlier, because with trying out your material in a situation like a Zany's or whatever kind of show you're doing, whether it's a roast battle that you're hosting or whether you're the act.
Yeah.
Have you had a moment like that where you describe where the audience doesn't necessarily understand that you're trying stuff and they don't get the joke and you've just had like one of those stalemates, basically?
Well, I was at a bar in Midtown, Slider House, and I was throwing a show there, and I was in there as a bar show, which is kind of rough. A lot of people in there to drink and kick it, and then you're just up on stage doing comedy.
Yeah.
But I'm, as a young
It's like the Tootsies in the airport. It just doesn't make sense.
It's literally like that. So I'm up there like, hey, y'all, you ever been to the airport? And this girl kept talking. This black chick over there with this, like, fat white guy. She just kept talking to him and just kept talking. And I'm like, hey, would you mind keeping it down? She's like, we ain't in church, B. Like, screamed it. Not B, B-I-T, you know what I mean, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And she screamed that so clearly. And I was like, I guess we're not in church. You know what I mean? But could you keep it down? I ain't keeping it down. She's cursing me out. Then the crowd's like,
so you're like having a whole interaction with this woman.
I didn't even know. Like, and she's like pissing me off. And then she's like, I was like, screw you, lady. She was like, my son's in the hospital.
Oh, no.
I'm like, first of all, now you're just reaching for the crowd sympathy. Like, what that done? And then I say, so I'm like, so why are you here?
Yeah.
I'm like, you're a horrible mother. And they're like, come on, that's too far. I'm like, too far? So that was my first experience of like
this woman's hammered off sangria at the Slider House.
Yes, and her son's in the hospital with COVID. She's talking about screw you. I'm drinking with some old white dude. I'm like, this is horrible.
Oh my God!
You turned on your culture, and you've turned on your son, and the crowds are loving her.
And it's So I mean, but from that standpoint, like the mob mentality,
oh my God,
at those shows is real.
It's bad, man.
It gives me anxiety for you guys.
All comedians know the crowd's gonna pick a side. It's gonna be you or the heckler. Somebody's gonna be like, you're doing too much. You lucky if the crowd says, dude, shut up, man, let him do his thing. That's what you want. Or, if it's a good comedy club, they'll go get him. But then sometimes they'll look at you'll roast him and it's like, come on, man. You can't talk about him being disabled with AIDS. You know what I mean? You can't do that. You know what I mean? That man has a wife and kids. So you got it's luck of the draw, man.
What's the telltale sign that the crowd's starting to turn against you?
Can you sense it?
Yeah. Like
it's normally audible.
What's the giveaway?
Oh, come on. It's
Oh,
like, you know what I mean?
no,
It's
the
like,
sigh?
yeah, it's like, Jesus. Or you just see somebody like just shake their head like in disappointment. Like, I thought you were better than that. It's like, why would you think that?
It's a comedy show.
Yeah.
Literally none of us are better than that.
I'm freaking out. This man has come to my show. I prepared an act. And then comedy is the only place where people think they can help you.
Yeah.
Like, you don't go to, like, see Hamlet. Or what's the little play? Hamilton? You don't go up there and just start, hey, do the other singing I like. You know what I mean? You don't just, but in comedy, it's like, oh, I hear you. Keep on going. You know what I mean? So then the crowd might not even know they're heckling because she's being so nice. But I'm like, shut the F up. And they're like, whoa, how could you? You know, she's Asian. I'm like, it don't matter the race. She has to shut the F up. But, you know.
Mr. Lebowski in the chat on YouTube says, when the groans are more than the laughs, bleep is turning on you fast.
Man.
Does your heart just drop the minute you see a groan or see a head shake?
I feel like you can't have that mindset,
No,
though.
it depends. No, you can't drop. Sometimes, some comics get emotional, turn on the, so it's like, it's F me, it's F y'all too. You want that? How about that man? And then that woman, and that dude, and F this club, F this mic. I don't care about my family. So sometimes you just have a breakdown. Everybody can get it. You know what I mean? Just like boom, boom, boom. Or if you're patient, you could try to win them over. Just get through that mud. Just keep, and then all of a sudden it becomes a moment like, wow. It's almost like a girl that didn't want to have sex with you. Then somehow you end up having sex with you. She's like, this dude is cool. How did he do this?
In the act?
Yeah, during. Hopefully at the peak of it. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
She's like, wow, I'm glad I decided to do this.
All right, so I just came in here screaming about the fact that I had to make my own coffee today.
Oh, man.
It's my first day back in the studio in a week because I've just spent a week in Tampa Bay, Florida, COVID-infested Florida.
Oh, yeah.
They've got the joint practices with the Titans and the Bucks. I return, and there's not coffee made for me when I arrive.
You're too famous for that, bro. Like, where's the respect? You know what I mean? Like,
I got the check mark, and I turned into a monster.
that's crazy.
It's awful.
How long you had the check mark?
Not that long, like a month. When we went to the Nashville SC game, that was the last time.
Wow, so it was me.
Yes, it was you.
It was, yeah.
So it's crazy. An unchecked man gives a man a check. Let me tell you something.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
I do it for you, man. You know what I mean? It's like, why give me a check when I can give Buck a check?
But you were a diva before the check mark.
Ooh, it's real.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's probably why he got the check mark. You go hard, they're like, he has to get it. He's walking like a man with a check mark.
I'm screaming at people on the internet. Give me my damn check
Let
mark.
me tell you this. I almost lost it all. 2 days ago, I'm at a cigar shop at a meeting, and a guy respectfully talking a lot, but he's a very smart man. And he's like almost autistic. He has so many ideas. Anyway, during this, I get an Instagram message that says, "Hey, we'd like to verify you on Instagram." So at this point, I'm like, screw everything this man's talking about. I don't care about you, your family, this business we're talking about, like this cigar I'm smoking. And I'm just like, but he keeps talking, so I can't really focus. And it just says, "Hey, fill out this form." And I'm just like, sure. And mind you, it was a request. So I had to move it to my primary to even talk about it. I wasn't even thinking that's insane.
Yeah.
Why would Instagram send you a message and it's in your request?
No.
I'm filling out the thing because he's talking. I'm trying to listen to him. He does not respect the hold on. I told him, I said, bro, I think I might be verified. It's over. It's over. Like
this is how it ends.
If I get the blue check, I'm walking out of this meeting. You can't talk to me.
Doesn't matter where you are if you get that message, you're walking out. It could be your best friend's wedding.
Yeah, I could be like preaching at a church. Like, I got a blue check. I don't have time for these peasants. So anyway, I started filling out, the form, which was just my username and password.
Yeah.
And then I get out to the car, and Instagram says, "Hey, you have suspicious login from Georgia, a woman named Kimberly."
Oh, good.
So that would have been it for me.
Yeah.
No Bart Durham video. No more Instagram. I'd have been that guy saying, "Hey, follow me. I got hacked." I would have been that guy. Everybody hates him.
Oh my God! Every time
you respect it, but it's like I feel bad for you, but dude, shut up.
No, don't send me a Facebook message saying this is my new Instagram account. Please follow me here.
Yeah, then they'll say and report this page. I'm not doing that, fam.
I've been waiting since I saw your birthday pop up on my Facebook page to remove you as a friend anyway. Yeah. Now you're asking me to further go out of my way to follow you.
So I was gonna be that guy with like 100 followers saying, "Hey man, it's the real me," and that other one's hacked, and they're like posting porn on my Instagram, and it's like doing numbers and they get verified. It's like, what the hold on, this is crazy. And they still have my handle, so it's crazy you say that. I got saved. It was almost over for me.
Yeah,
it was almost over.
Well, listen, it sounds like OnlyFans is removing porn from their website and taking it to Josh Black's Twitter or Instagram account.
I don't like that, man. Street's not gonna like that.
Save it. We'll talk about it coming up next and what he's doing with Bart Durham.
Go porn.
Joshua Black is here with us in studio. This is 104.5. The
strip club once in my life.
The new one or the OG? That's now a skyscraper.
No, I went to this one on Church Street. Is that the new one?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been to that. I went there. It was a Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Okay, how'd that look?
Oh, it was bad. It was real bad.
Good food?
It was a dude there.
No, good food?
Oh, good food. I can't do that. I can't eat in a club.
Okay, so I don't think that I've told Josh this story because I went to Atlanta for a preseason game.
See, that's a real strip club city though.
And I got the Lou Williams meal at Magic City.
Okay, what's that?
So it's 10 barbecue wings with lemon pepper seasoning on them and a whole baked potato as the side.
But he Uber Eats'd it.
I did not go physically into the strip club.
That's insanity.
Okay, so listen.
Uber eats a strip club meal?
Listen to me, all right?
Filthy.
This is
You get a side of thong with that?
Yeah, that's what it came wrapped in. There wasn't like a takeout box. It just came
crazy.
wrapped in
And a $1 bill.
It's in a triple D bra. Like, I thought you got the bowl. You want the bowl?
Listen to me, okay? Lou Williams, the NBA player, broke quarantine out of the bubble to go get these strip club wings.
Wow.
I maintain that they are the best wings that I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Now, the how dirty the wings themselves were.
You can't think about that.
It's a toss-up.
Nah.
I'm not willing to think about
Nah,
that.
don't think about that.
All I know is that when I went to Atlanta, they're already basically back in lockdown, okay?
Right.
With the mask mandates, everything closes at 10.
So you don't want to go in there. You just want to get the wings to get it.
I just want food. So I pull up Uber Eats, and the only thing that's on Uber Eats after 10 o'clock is Magic City's Kitchen.
How long was the delivery?
It took an hour and a half.
Jeez.
So it was 12:30.
It's a lot of time to be soaking in some stripper juice. It's a lot of time. If you would have clicked 30 minutes or less, I could have, like, whatever. You know what I mean?
I even paid for the priority. I paid the $1.50 extra so I could get them straight from the strip club.
You wouldn't have paid for that. You would have had breakfast.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it would have been a whole different menu by that time.
You know how many times I've woken up to the DoorDash just at the door? I went to sleep, was too lit.
Oh, God, I did that all the time in college. It's been a long time since I've ordered a pizza and passed out before
last month,
the pizza got there.
I've probably woken up to at least 7 meals.
What are you doing?
It, man. I'll be headed home. I'll order it like in the car. I'm like, okay, by the time I get home, it'll be ready. I get home and then lay down and I'll wait and then I just wake up. It's over.
Okay, but this is the difference between like your and my schedule. Like my worst night is like a 1:30 after a night game where I'm leaving the press box and I'm just shoveling food on the way out the door of the press box in my face. What is the latest night that you've had? Because stand-up comedians, you guys work on a different schedule.
We do work late. I'm still an early bird, though. I still have that in me because I can't sleep past 7 no matter what happened. So, but, after zany shows, after a nice, good show, it could go to about, it gets blurry, but they say it's 4. Yeah. You didn't leave till 4 last night. Yeah. It's like, oh, really? Okay, but most of the time, I don't know. It's almost like it ain't the time for me. It's the litness. Yeah. It depends on the level of lit.
That's the green room.
Yeah. See, I try not to do it before the show. I try to drink, because my first show, I was a little nervous, so I was just low-key plastered. And I was like, I don't know. I was just cursing people out for no reason, a lot of curse words. I was like, this is a little, looked at the tape. I was like, I can't use any of this. So now I wait till I get off, and then I turn up, and then we go to a little spot, Melrose, down with the little billiard room, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
We go down there after the show, and it's, it gets pretty insane.
Yeah.
So, on those nights, and then I'll order something, and then I'll just wake up to like an extra large pizza with stuff I don't even eat. You know what I mean? Like I ordered pineapples. That's crazy. You a pineapple on pizza guy?
100%.
Yeah.
Jesus, I gotta get out of here. This is sick. This man is eating stripper wings and pineapples on pizza.
Not a safe space.
I'm really telling on myself.
Oh.
So of course, Josh has another show coming up at Zany's September the 22nd.
Yep.
Tickets available now. If I'm not on the road, I'm sure as hell going to be there. You should be as well.
Yeah.
And I went to the all female comedy show. It was absolutely drop dead fantastic. My girlfriend had the time of her life.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought her.
Oh, she ended up hating me leaving the building because of all the female comedians.
As she should.
And it just, it became an indictment of me. So big mistake on my part. But regardless, tell me about this Bart Durham video that you have up on your social channels right now, because it is the most Nashville thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. So in the Bart Durham video, you need to go to @SirJoshuaBlack or @Nashville TN. They posted it.
Yeah.
And it's going crazy.
You made
on
the
theirs.
big page.
Yeah, I made it to the big boys. And I think it's 80,000 on theirs right now. It's like 12,000 on mine. So I'm just driving, and then a pedal tavern hits my car, and then after that I scream at them. They don't care. They curse me out. Keep going up the street as they would.
Sure. And
then I hop back in the car, and Bart Durham's in there saying, "Hey, if you got injured in an accident, call your boy." And that was just it. And that was just so great. I've been holding on to that for so long. I'm so glad I pulled the trigger and people liked it.
It's beautiful. Now, I especially in North Nashville, Bart Durham is a hero.
Oh, it's a fact.
An institution.
Bart Durham is revered. What are the results of the poll right now, Lucas?
74% say yes, he is a Nashville institution.
Okay. He also, and I say this respectfully because Bart is a living legend, but he also does not look to be living.
Well,
he appears to be the Walking Dead.
Easton Freeze says he's an institution like the Grim Reaper is an institution of hell.
Well, since the check was pretty decent, I can't speak to that. But
no comment.
But I will say he has a nice young Asian wife. So there's that. She's pretty sweet.
Everybody just sucked in there.
So how about that, huh? How about that, you freaks? You want to talk about Bart? Did you know that? Huh?
Yeah, Bart out here living.
Did you know he took your girl?
Mr. Steal Your
Mr. Steal Your Girl
Ow.
is Bart Durham. That'd be great. He's just like smoking weed with your girl. He's like, oh, is that my girl with Bart Durham?
chill in the back of Zany's, or they're like in dirty little secret at 1:30 in the morning. Like
yeah, he's in Jordans.
Look at you. See, he started to protect the paycheck, and then he immediately went as far as he could possibly go.
I'm still a work in progress. God's still working on me.
The YouTube chat just goes, there's the sound of the crowd turning.
That was it.
Come on. Screw you. Screw your mom. Screw your grandma.
Josh Black,
we here, baby.
Zany's, September the 22nd.
Yes, make
the
sure you're there.
artwork available at sirjoshuablack.com. Check it out. The prints, if you're watching on Zone TV, they are exceptional. We're grateful for Josh.
Yes.
Always coming in here and brightening the proceedings and also making us look infinitely less fireable in his presence.
Yes. Let's go sports.
Yeah, we did a lot of that.
Go team.
We will do that. We will do the sports coming up next. I'm
Yes.
Buck Reising. This is 104.5 The Zone.